Welcome back. It is Ozone time. We are bringing you Ozone game number 21 here from Field 9. Pitting the undefeated Georgia squad out of Dublin against a Florida team who is facing elimination here in this one. Out of Spring Hill, Florida. They sent home the Texas team yesterday afternoon in an elimination game. And we should be taking the field here shortly. And there we go. Starting pitcher for Georgia. I'm turn the crowd back down because it's getting rowdy over there already. Alabama and North Carolina rematching in what was a contentious one yesterday on field number 10. So starting pitcher for Georgia is Bryson Sutton. And behind him on defense is going to be Bryce Shepard out in left field, Chris Brown in center. Tyler Howe in right field. Over at third base is Gus Reagan. Shortstop today is Bentley Williams. At second is Jasper Dean. First baseman Kenan Millett. And behind the plate, Sutton Lewis. This Georgia team managed by Kyle Shepard. Assistants Brian Millett and Tim Howell. Before we get to the Florida leadoff man, who is going to be our starting pitcher today, Carlos Fernandez, I will ask you to share and help me get as many eyes on these young men as possible. Big one here for Florida. It's win or go home. Georgia, on the other hand, moves further into the driver's seat with a victory here. Somebody's going to have to beat them twice if they win this one. And Carlos Fernandez steps in for Florida, I'm sorry. And Carlos can flat out hit. We saw him yesterday all over the bases, just stinging the ball all day. The first pitch catches the inside corner. It is strike number one. He's able to check his swing. No, he wasn't. Gonna call that a strike. Say you went. 0-2. Up that first said he went. Good pitch there from Sutton that misses the outside corner. So Fernandez still alive here, leading things off for this Florida team. Really scrappy bunch out of Spring Hill, Florida. Foul tip, strike three. And out number one comes via the strikeout. Mr. Bryson Sutton.
Number 9, Jacob Tarnowski.
So Jacob Tarnowski steps in. Jacob's playing shortstop today. Big swing at that one. Strike number one on the ball. Might have been a little bit up off the plate. And another swing and miss. Strike two. That one looked like it had a little run or some two-seam action on it from Sutton. And it's 0-2. Driven. Oh, caught on the line by the third baseman. And Gus Reagan over there with a good stop. And Josh Tarnowski.
Number 1, Josh Tarnowski.
Jacob's twin brother. The Twins are hitting 2-3 in the Florida order today. He steps in with two down here in the first. That's driven to right field. It might get down, and it does not. Another good defensive play out there in right by Georgia. And 3 up, 3 down on 9 pitches. We'll see you back here in just a couple seconds for the bottom half. Georgia headed to the plate. Righty. And Cohen's got the gear on now, so Fernandez on the mound for Florida, about to start his warm-up tosses. Saw him in the bullpen before this one started. Looks like he works fastball, curveball, changeup. And he's facing a tough task. This Georgia lineup is really, really, really good. We've seen him 2 or 3 times over here on Field 9 already. And they're just deep, top to bottom. Not an easy out in the lineup. And a lot of power in the 1 and a 3 hole of the lineup. And speaking of the 1 hole, the leadoff man, Chris Brown, out in center field. And Chris, if he makes his way to first base, will be on third in 3 pitches. Nothing you could do about it. Just that much speed and athleticism. The defense behind Carlos Fernandez this morning, I guess it's afternoon now. It's about noon. Out in left field's Caleb Versalona. In right field's Aiden Jacaren. Center fielder Julian Delape. Third baseman Killian Basso. Over at short is Jacob Tarnowski. Second baseman's Alex Alley. First baseman's Josh Tarnowski. And behind the plate is Liam Cohen. And here is Chris Brown, the leadoff man from Georgia we just told you about. He takes the first pitch of Fernandez's day in there for a ball. Something tells me Chris Brown is going to be a solid athlete in high school. Popped up, shallow right field, going to be a tough play, and it drops. And Chris Brown is just going to turn that into a double. So shallow fly ball to right field drops, and Chris Brown just trots into second.
Out to bat, number 7, Bryce Shepard.
I warned you about his speed. Won't be long before he's on third base. So Bryce Shepard steps in, the left fielder for Georgia. We're in scoring position early here in this one for Georgia. And the Red Tops today, they were in white yesterday. Florida and the Whites were in blue yesterday. And it's 1-1. That fastball, he's got a good one. A little bit high to Shepard. They're not letting Brown stray too far off the second base. The second baseman is basically standing on the bag. And in turn, it's going to open up a big hole between first and second if Shepard can slice something over there. Instead, he drives it to center field. Brown has to hold, and he's going to score easily on a line drive to center field where he had to hold. Again, his speed's just a huge problem for opposing defenses.
Bat number 22, Colt Montgomery.
Back-to-back hits to start things off here for Georgia, and Colt Montgomery steps in. I told you about his power. This young man can really, really hit the ball hard. He hit the ball 3 times in the game last night that, had they have been elevated, would all 3 have left this ballpark. Just rockets off the barrel. Big rip. And second base stolen easily by Shepard. So Montgomery back in for the 0-1. Now runner in scoring position. Fernandez steps off and going to go through their signs again. And he's got 3 pitches he'll work with, so they got to change the signs up with the runner out on second. He throws the curveball, gets away, and the runner trots down to third base. And now Montgomery just has to put something in play here. The run's going to score, with a couple obvious exceptions. A line drive out or a pop-up doesn't do it. But here we go, 1-1 from Fernandez to Montgomery. Big swing at that fastball. Strike two. Shakes his head, gets back into the box. Let's see if he shortens up here with 2 strikes. Strike three called outside corner. Big out for Fernandez. 1 down.
Number 2, Cannon Mallet.
So Cannon Mallet steps in, and Cannon's playing first base. And I believe this is where Georgia starts a few lefties in a row, or at least they did last night in the order. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. Needing to put a ball in play here. I guess needs a strong word. He'd like to. Make it 2-0. That misses. It is 2-0. He does, but it's popped up to the infield. First baseman calls it and makes the play. So Fernandez is a pitch away from getting out of this one. Only 1 run across. After he gets the 3 and 4 guys to strike out and pop up.
Number 31, Sutton Lewis.
And Sutton Lewis steps in. Another lefty batter for this Georgia team. Looked like a little breaking ball that he didn't get on top of, so it stays high and away. Ball number 1. It fouled off his foot. 1-1. Shepard's going to trot back to third. And again, this is an elimination game for Florida, or a potential elimination game. If they can't pull this one off, their World Series run comes to an end. Up the middle. Single. Going to drive in run number 2. Good piece of hitting there. And Lewis is on first.
Number 6,
2-out RBI single. That'll be pinch ran 4. And Tyler Howell steps in. Runner takes off, and it's close, but he's still second base. Just beats the tag. That's going to be Millette out there at second. Ran for the catcher. 1-0. It's 2-0 on the batter, Tyler Howell. Third consecutive lefty in the order for Georgia. And Tyler takes the 2-0 high. So 3-0 pitch coming from Fernandez. Working hard here in the first. 22 pitches into this one. Still tossing in the first inning. 3-0 pitch coming. Taken all the way. And he takes ball 4.
Now batting number 27, Gus Reagan.
And Gus Reagan steps in. 2 on now. 2 outs here in the first. Georgia's already scored 2. And Gus is looking for a big 2-out hit here to extend the lead a little bit. And Fernandez is looking to get out of this mess. Only 2 runs in. Big swing, line drive down left field line. 1 run is going to score. And the second's being waved home as the ball's misplayed out and left. 2-run score, and he's in at third, sliding. So Gus Reagan with a big double down the left field line drives in 2, and it's 4-0 Georgia.
Now up, number 16, Bryson Sutton.
So Sutton steps in, another lefty in this Georgia lineup. And that's a 2-out RBI single slashed into left field. Well, all right then, Georgia. And this lineup, as I stated a little earlier, just relentless. 5-0 now. And they're earning them. Hard hit balls. And if Georgia, and he takes off and steals second, standing up. Oh, 1 count. That's hit hard. Pulled foul. Just out of the reach of the left fielder. And I believe it's 0-2. This is Jasper Dean, the second baseman. And again, Georgia, if they're able to pull this one off, will head to a game tonight or this afternoon at 4 o'clock with a chance to win the Ozone Championship. Because the winner of the Alabama-North Carolina game next door would have to beat them twice in a row. Once this afternoon and again in the morning. Long way to go before that scenario plays out. A little off-speed pitch or curveball from Fernandez is fouled back from Dean. He foul tipped it, stayed alive. It's 0-2. He said he went. Strike 3. That's it for the first. We're going to head to the top of the second inning. Florida now trails Georgia 5-0.
Up to bat, number 72, Aiden Jakarin.
All right, the first pitch from Sutton misses low. It's 1-1 now. So Aiden Jakarin leading things off for Florida here. And it's 1-1. Line drive out of play, 1-2. So Sutton to Jakarin. Dribbled up the middle, 3-hopper, gets through to center field. The shortstop and the second baseman's over to make the play, but Jakarin's got way too much speed for that, and Florida's got a leadoff base runner here in the second.
Number 3, Julian Delape.
So Julian Delape steps in. Jakarin's off and running. He's picked off to make a good throw. Oh, it's thrown into left field. But he's going to have to stay put at second. Credited with the stolen base. And the ball gets away again. They're settled now, and Jakarin's going to end up at second base. I didn't see the call by the ump there on the pitch, so I'll update that when I know. Delape still at the plate. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. And that's a strike. I think it's 1-1, but I'm not 100% sure. And that misses high. So Delape steps back in. Chance to pick up a run there at second. Runner on in scoring position with nobody out. And that's hit to the pitcher. He fields it cleanly and makes a throw over to first. But Jakarin advances to third with less than 2 outs.
Now batting number 5, Alex Alley.
And Alex Alley steps in. Alex can drive in the first run of the game here with a ball in play up the middle. They're playing way, way back. Shows bunt. Fouled back to the net. Strike one. And that catches the corner. Strike number 2. Big pitch coming from Sutton here. If he can find a way to retire Alley here without allowing that run to score here, got a chance to get out of this without a run coming across. It is 1-2. Curveball misses high. 2-2. And Sutton about to throw his 21st pitch of the day. And it's a 3-hopper to the shortstop, or 2-hopper actually. He fields it cleanly and makes the out over at first. But the first run of the game is going to score for Florida. 5-1.
Now batting number 13, Colton Stalker.
And Colton Stalker steps in. Base is clean now. 2 outs. And Sutton's pitch misses a little bit high and outside. It is 1-0. One coming to Stalker from Sutton. Swings at a pitch at the top of the zone. Strike number 2. That's outside, 2-2. That's inside. Almost clipped Stalker on the top of the shoe, but missed. So we're going to have a full count now with 2 outs here in the second. Appreciate you tuning in from Florida. I know it's a long way from home, and you couldn't be here, so I'm glad we're able to do this for you. That misses high. So a 2-out walk by Stalker is going to bring Liam Cohen to the plate.
Now batting number 11, Liam Cohen.
And Liam is the starting catcher today for this Florida team. He throws his shin guards off. Coach Versalona brings him back to the dugout. And Cohen steps in with 2 outs and a base runner on now. A throw over by Sutton. But Stalker hadn't made it more than a step off the bag. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere yet. We'll see. Now he's starting to make his way off first base. Nope, he's back. The first pitch to Cohen misses high. And Sutton, for the first time today, looks like he's having a little bit of trouble with that release point. 1-0 coming. And that catches the inside corner. Good looking 1-0 pitch. A fastball with a little run back towards the front door. 1-1. And there's a strike. So just like that, the command snaps back in there for Sutton, and he's a strike away from getting his team in the dugout, leading by 4 early in this one. 1-2 pitch coming to Cohen. He throws over, and Stocker's back again. Runners off. They're going to call a balk. Wait. Not sure if they called a balk or Cohen called time. Let's see what they discern, what they decide. Okay, they're going to call a balk. So it's going to be 1-2 again. Stalker down at second now. Just misses the outside corner. 1-1 now. I'm sorry, 2-2 now. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, so Sutton gets out of the inning. Georgia still leads 5-1. We'll be back with the bottom of the second here in just a second. Alrighty, bottom of the second. So between innings, I'm getting some drinks and running to the bathroom. So if I bring you back, it'll be without me, but trust that I'll be back shortly. And for some of you guys, it's probably a good thing that I'm not back. Doing the best I can here, multitasking, doing some producing, some scorekeeping, some camera changing, some audio levels. Got 2 pieces of paper with lineups on them in front of me, an iPad next to me here, and a phone, checking Twitter and fantasy baseball scores. I got a lot going on over here. Doing the best I can. Hope you guys are enjoying the coverage.
Up to bat, number 4, Cohen McCoy.
Cohen McCoy steps in, leading things off for Georgia here in the second. And in the bottom of this order, really, really, really is what is the difference maker between this team and some of the others I've seen this week. They find a way to get on base And when you do that, you allow your big sticks to do the heavy lifting. Make their job a little bit easier. So McCoy ahead 2-1 here. This Georgia team's got 11 hitters in the lineup. Florida has 12. DYB, oh, that's a curveball, catches the outside corner. Good one from Fernandez. And Fernandez is approaching 34 pitches. The limit is 40. And you go past that, you're unavailable tomorrow. But I suspect Coach Versalona is going to let him roll. Doesn't matter what his pitch count is today if you don't play tomorrow. So if you think he's your best shot to keep you in this game, you let him keep going. That ball's swung on and popped into foul territory. And Cohen McCoy stays alive. Little cloud cover here at the Tinsley Athletic Complex. No one's going to complain about that. And I mentioned it earlier in the first broadcast today. The wind stopped blowing out here yesterday. Those fields playing a little bigger than it has the last 11 or 12 days. And as I said moments ago, from the bottom of the order, Cohen McCoy works a walk. And now Bentley Williams steps in, and Bentley's hitting in the 11 hole. Leadoff man on deck, and he is a dangerous one. He singled earlier and was at second before we realized it. For a double. That's Chris Brown. But first, we got to get there. Bentley Williams. And let's see if Bentley is asked to bunt here with his team up by 4. He's not. The runner's going to take off for second. And they just missed applying the tag. I thought I heard him call that a strike. If he didn't, I'll correct it here shortly. And he did. It's 0-1. So now Bentley Williams steps back in behind 0-1. And he steps out after Fernandez steps off. 0-1 coming. He's swinging away. Curveball and a good one. 1-2. So Bentley behind 0-2 here. Going to have to choke up and fight here. If he can push something to the right side of the infield, he'll advance the runner. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Fernandez has reached 40 pitches. And as I suspected, he's going to keep rolling. And Chris Brown steps up, and we talked about him the first time up. Dangerous, dangerous hitter. And he takes a curveball, clips the bottom of the zone, strike 1. The second time he's seen Fernandez. Big swing and a fastball. 0-2. So Fernandez is starting to work a little quicker and throwing quality strikes here. 0-2 pitch coming. Curveball nasty. Got him swinging.
Number 7, Bryce Shepard.
2 down now. So back-to-back strikeouts on the curveball for Fernandez to make this jam a little easier to get out of. And Bryce Shepard steps in, the left fielder. He singled on the first pitch he saw. Fouls the first one. This at bat straight back to the net. 0-1. And Fernandez is clearly a little more settled this inning than he was in the first. Tasked with keeping Florida in the ball game as he is no longer available for the rest of the week. So why not let him go as long as he can? Curveball misses. 1-1. And he's going to try to keep this Florida team close enough that the offense is going to have some chances to climb back in it. Ooh, another nasty curveball. Buckled the knees of Bryce Shepard. 1-2. All right, 1-2 coming to Bryce Shepard from Carlos Fernandez. Another breaking ball. Actually, it looked like it might have been a changeup. Popped foul out of play. That misses. 2-2 now. The dangerous Colt Montgomery lurks on deck. Fernandez is going to have to attack Shepard here. Curveball fielded by the pitcher. Thrown over to first. And that's going to do it for the bottom of the second. We're going to head to a 5-minute hydration break. We'll be back for the top of the third. Shortly after that, Georgia leads 5-1. Alrighty, looks like Bryson Sutton back out of the mound for Georgia. Throwing 33 pitches here so far in this one. And Caleb Versalona going to be the leadoff man here for Florida. I suspect that is head coach Mary Versalona's son. First pitch of the at-bat is fouled. Out of play. Ground ball. Fielded by the second baseman, Cleanly Montgomery's over there at second this inning. Out number 1.
Now batting number 2, Joey Bates.
So ground out for Versalona. On the second pitch he sees of the third inning here. And Joey Bates steps in. Joey hitting in the 10 hole for this team. Going to be a tough play, and luckily it rolls foul. 0-1. Luckily for Georgia, that is. Had some side spin on it. Just foul. So Bates steps back in. Lefty Sutton delivers. And that misses. It's 1-1. Again, a reminder, Florida has 12 hitters to Georgia's 11. All 12 will have to hit. And that misses low. Sutton falls behind Bates, 2-1 here. Strike 1. I'm sorry, strike 2. It's 2-2. Had my count mixed up. Sutton's pitch to Bates, 2-2. That's hit foul wide of the first base coach down there.
Pitcher is at 40 pitches.
40 pitches for Sutton. Looks like he's going to keep going. And with this pitch, he will effectively be unavailable for the rest of the tournament on the mound. And for Georgia, that could mean today. Throw down, strike 3, swinging. They got to finish it up down at first base, and Bates is down on strikes.
Now batting 0-0, Killian Basso.
And third baseman Killian Basso steps in. His first trip to the plate today. And that fastball misses away. It's 1-0. And it's 2-0 to Basso. Strike 1.
Souvenir store will be closing today at 4:30 for the remainder of the tournament. Souvenir store closes at 4:30 today.
PA announcer said something closes at 4:30. No clue what it was. Oh, a one-hopper right at Sutton's face, and he makes the play and throws it over. Nice defensive play by the pitcher. And that's it for Florida in the third. Be right back with the bottom half of the inning. Florida still trails 5-1. Okay, Fernandez back on the mound for Florida. Lots of defensive changes for the squad, but my headphones are on, so I'm not able to hear cleanly the communications between the dugout and the press box here. But as I see them, I'll relay them to you. And Colt Montgomery, strikeout victim the first time up. I told you about some of the things I've seen this young man do in the tournament so far. If anybody in this game is going to hit one out of here, he's got to have the lowest odds. Curveball in there for a strike. Good first pitch from Fernandez. And it's 1-1 now. And again, another reminder, share. These two teams are a long way from home, so get as many folks back home aware that they're playing. Big swing at a 1-1, and Montgomery's behind 1-2. And Fernandez done a really good job since the first, sitting these Georgia players down without allowing a run. And Montgomery turns around, frustrated about something. I don't know if he was frustrated he didn't wear that one or not. 2-2 coming. That's outside. Well, Fernandez got ahead 0-2 and has come back with 3 consecutive balls to fill the count up. And Montgomery. Check swings. They're going to check. He went. Strike 3 swinging. 1 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Montgomery. Start this one. And Cannon Millette steps in. Cannon popped out his first time up back in the first inning. And Fernandez thought he had strike 1 there. Called a bit high, I believe. It's 1-0. That bounces in, 2-0. Cannon Millette was the second out of the first inning, and then a 2-out rally pushed 5 across for Georgia. And they haven't scored since. 2-0 pitch coming. And that stays away, 3-0. And he shows bunt on 3-0. He's going to take this in there for a strike. And again, we're a perfect 100% on 3-0 takes this week. 3-1 to Millette. That's outside. Maybe a little high. 1-out walk. And Georgia's got a base runner here in the third.
Off the bat, number 31, Sutton Lewis.
And Sutton Lewis steps in, another lefty, and Sutton drove in the first run of the game with a 2-out RBI single back in the first inning. And the runner's off and running and in there very safely. Slides into second with a stolen base. Could have had that standing up. There was nobody covering the bag, although he might have taken that one in the rib cage if he went in standing up. So probably a good thing he slid. So Millette's on second base in scoring position. And Lewis takes the 0-1 off the plate. And Fernandez is leaning on the breaking stuff here as his pitch count rolls through the lower 60s. 2-1. Curveball again. Big swing by Lewis. Foul tip. And Fernandez has got a 2-strike count here after a couple curveballs. Let's see if he goes to the high fastball here. And he does. Had the right idea, just a little bit high. He had the eye line set for the hitter after a couple high. Ooh, strike 3 called and a good curveball. And Millette steals third base. But there's 2 down now. Good pitch by Fernandez, and he's a pitch or 2 away, getting his team in the dugout again without any more damage done. And Tyler Howell, the right fielder's up, drew a walk back in the first. Scored one of those 5 runs in the first inning. All scored with 2 outs. And the first pitch from Fernandez is another breaking ball, outside corner. Why stop going to the well if it's working? Another one, 0-2. Now Howell's gonna have to guess. Fernandez has got a good fastball, a good breaking ball, and a workable changeup. Let's see where he goes. That might have been a changeup, strike 3, but it gets through the catcher, and the throw down is in time. Another strikeout, and we're gonna head to the top of the 4th. Still 5-1 here. Be back shortly.
Number 23, Chase Blomley.
Sutton back out of the mound, and Blomling, 12-hole hitter for this Florida team out of Spring Hill, Florida. If you're tuning in from there, really, really appreciate you watching. Completely understand why you couldn't make it down here. I imagine it's don't know where Spring Hill is, but I know where Florida is. Not a quick road trip. And it's a Tuesday at noon, so I think it's 2-1 on Blomling. Sutton comes back with a fastball. We're discussing his fastball during the break. Doesn't have elite velocity, but he's got some late run on it, making it tough to square up. And he's locating it well. Strike 3 swinging on that fastball. That one almost looked like it had some cut action. And Blomling down on strikes. And Carlos Fernandez, leadoff man for Florida, struck out in the first, but in the games yesterday, we saw this young man hitting rockets all over the field. Big swing at that first pitch from Sutton. Comes up empty. Just misses away here. There are a ton of you watching, but not a ton of you sharing. What's going on? 1-1. Curveball. Missed. 2-1. Fernandez hits that hard. Third baseman grabs it on a hop, throws over in time. What a play over there at third base by Gus Reagan. 2 down. Fernandez, a lot of speed. So Reagan knocks it down on a hop, picks it up, and throws out the quick Fernandez. And Jacob Tarnowski steps in. He fouls the first pitch back to the net. And Jacob, first of back-to-back twins here in the Florida order, lined out his first time up. Down behind 0-1, shows bunt. He takes that for a ball. I doubt he was going to bunt. We'll see. 1-1 coming. And Sutton can't get on top of the curveball. Stays away. Pitch number 70 coming from Sutton. Unofficially. Looked at the wrong scoreboard. Pitch number 58 coming from Sutton. And it's fouled back. 2-2 now. So Sutton got 85 to play with today, or at least this morning. Because he's not available in the game this evening, and he's certainly not available tomorrow morning either. So now it's full. That one's going to start at 10:30. Might as well let him go as long as he can go. As long as you're confident that he can get you through this. And Tarnowski doing a good job at the plate, staying alive now. We'll do a full count pitch again. And run that pitch count up. This is the point in the week where it gets a little trickier to make pitching decisions. You're going to have another one this afternoon at 4 o'clock. You got to. If you win in your Florida, you got a 66% chance of that happening. Scratch that. I think Georgia had a bye early in this tournament, so they're going to be playing no matter what this afternoon. And you got a 50-50 shot of waltzing into the championship game if you can pull this off as Florida. Strike 3 swinging Sutton with a good running fastball. That's it for the top of the 4th. We're going to come back here with the bottom. Florida still trails 5-1, getting late here. This elimination game for Florida. Carlos Fernandez back out on the mound here for his 4th inning of work. Sutton gets through 4 on 62 pitches, and Fernandez, the first pitch he throws here will be number 70. So the way things stand as it sits, Georgia undefeated. If they win this game, they'll play for the championship this afternoon, assuming they win. They'll have to be beat twice in a row by the winner of Alabama and North Carolina. Florida wins. We'll have 3 teams with 1 loss. And because Georgia had a bye a couple rounds ago, they will be forced to play this afternoon. Swing and strike on the first pitch. And Florida can come back, force Georgia to play in the nightcap. That would mean Florida and the winner of the game on field 10 right now between Alabama and South Carolina, or North Carolina, would flip for who plays this Georgia team tonight. But a long way to go before we get there. Georgia's got a chance to avoid all that if they can hang on to this lead. And Fernandez really settled in since the first. Not allowed a whole lot. And his team, his offense, that Florida offense, is going to need to get going here. 2 trips to the plates left. Needing 4 runs. And the 1-2 misses to Gus Reagan. Drove in 2 with a hard hit double to left field. Way back in the first inning. About an hour ago. Maybe 45 minutes ago. That was the bottom of the first. Full count now. Strike 3, swinging foul tip. And Fernandez is still dealing out there on the mound.
Number 16, Bryson Sutton.
Bryson Sutton steps in now. He also had a 2-out RBI in that 5-run first. The first pitch to Sutton is a curveball that Fernandez releases a little bit early. Stays up out of the zone. And that misses in. Two-0 swung on and missed. That was ball 3 in the dirt. And 3-1 pitch coming to Sutton. And Alabama has taken the lead 8-1 on field number 10. So if you're Georgia, you might come face to face with that team again just a day later. Again, assuming you can finish this one off, but a couple more innings to go here. And this Florida team is not going to go away.
Up the bat, number 13, Jasper Dean.
And I'll repeat it. Georgia wins here, and Alabama wins there. Alabama's going to have to beat them twice in a row. Gonna have a pinch runner for Sutton. It's gonna be Reagan out there on first. Jasper Dean takes the first pitch from Fernandez in there for a strike. It is 0-1. Reagan's off. And he's still second base. gonna say without a throw, but without a throw close. He threw to the second baseman who was standing in right field. Stolen base. I think it's 1-1. Runner in scoring position for Georgia. Nobody down here. And let's see if Jasper Dean can shorten up and go the other way and move him over. He takes a curveball. Low and out of the zone. And Fernandez about to throw his 85th pitch, so this will be his last hitter of the day. That's driven into left center field. It's going to drop. Reagan rounds third. And he is going to score easily. And Dean beats the throw at second. So Fernandez is going to be out of the game, and Georgia now leads 6-1.
Pitcher has reached his pitch limit.
So the first pitch of the at-bat lined into left center field. RBI single by Jasper Dean. And we're going to have a pitching change as Fernandez has reached his limit today on the mound. While we figure out who our new pitcher is, and he tosses some warm-up tosses, let's tell you about the DYB. Diamond Youth Baseball Org is dedicated to building the youth in our communities to become the responsible leaders and parents of tomorrow. The real goal is to teach teams fair play, love of God and country, leave them better equipped for life as a result of the lessons learned through the game of baseball. Help us at the Diamond Youth Baseball program by offering your services as a volunteer.
We would like to make you aware of the DYB Scholarship Program available to participants in DYB. 100 different $2,000 scholarships were awarded this year. High school seniors are eligible to complete the application and mail it in by March 1st for consideration. If you play DYB in any age division and will be a senior next year, we encourage you to consider this opportunity. Applications are available at DYB website at dybusa.org.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Helped out Bennett with a PSA announcement on the PA here. Bennett's done a great job this week. He's let our kids down, not let them know about our scholarship programs. So the new pitcher is going to be number 5 for Florida, Alex Alley. And the runner steals third before anybody even notices he takes off.
Number 4, Cohen McCoy.
Literally just took off and took third base. So now runners on third with nobody out. And batting is Cohen McCoy. And the ump's going to call time and go. I don't know if he's going to hand him a ball or what. What's going on here? Gotcha. Catcher took that one off the hand. He gave him just a minute. So McCoy is up to the plate here. Walked his first time up. If he can shoot something up the middle here to an infielder that's back, Georgia's going to lead 7-1. They currently lead 6-1. That's inside. He is 3-0 now. And And McCoy is going to take the 3-0 pitch here, so I'll just leave the camera right there on him. And he takes ball 4. We'll follow him down to first. Now we've got runners on the corners here. Nobody out. We're at that point in the game now.
Now batting, number 8, Bentley Williams.
And remember what I said about the bottom of the order earlier. They're finding a way on, and if they can push across another 5 spot here, and McCoy just takes second before our pitcher even comes set. So runners on second and third now. And 0-1, now it's 0-2. Anyway, as I was saying, the 10-run rule starts to become relevant if they can push a couple across here. 6-1. Line drive into left field. And again, the bottom of the order comes through for this Georgia squad. 2 runs are going to score. And Williams is going to head to second and beat the throw. A 2 RBI single makes it 8-1. And the top of the order up. Needing 3 runs to win this thing. And Chris Brown steps in, doubled and struck out. And Chris can really, really hit, and he can fly. Now Georgia needing 3 runs here with nobody out. Or, no, with a little blooper in the right field, it's going to fall. And Brown's going to go ahead and take second on a shallow single to right field. Just a ton of speed out there. Is there 1 out?
Number 7, Bryce Shepard.
I'll get confirmation. I'm not sure if there's 1 out or 0. It's 2-hole hitter Shepard's up. Takes that away. There is 1 out. That's line to right field. The right fielder's there. It's going to be deep enough. No, it's not. The runner held it first. So 2 out now, and
Up to bat, number 22, Colt Montgomery.
Colt Montgomery steps in with a chance to win this thing with 1 swing of the bat. Like I said, he struck out twice today, but hit some rockets here this week. Got the power to do it. He's taking the first pitch high for a ball. Got a chance to do something pretty special here for this Georgia team if he can connect. Curveball. Ooh. Got a hanger. Let her high and put a huge swing on it. He'd like to have that one back. And that misses away. 2-1. So Montgomery ahead of Alley here. Let's see if Alley comes back with a fastball. He doesn't. 3-1. Not really wanting to play around here with Colt Montgomery. Way ahead in the count. Gonna have a chance here to swing out of your shoes to end it. And he does, but the ball is up and out of the strike zone. So full count now, and Alley's got a chance to get out of the jam and give his team a chance to get back into this one. Full count pitch. Curveball misses high, and Montgomery's going to take his base. So the
Up to bat, number 2, Cannon Mallette.
So Cannon Mallette steps up, walked his last time up, popped out his first time, and he's also got a chance to do something special here for Georgia. Another breaking ball. It looks like Alley is turning to almost exclusively breakers here as he's having trouble commanding the fastball. 1-0 pitch coming to Mallette. And that catches the zone. 1-1. And again, Georgia, the last remaining unbeaten team here in the O-Zone level. And Florida facing elimination. Popped into left field, flown into left field. Left fielder's back and makes the play. Florida gets out of the jam, the bases loaded jam, but not before Georgia pushes 3 more across. It is 8-1. We're going to head to the bottom of the top of the 5th after a hydration break, live here in Bossier City, Louisiana.
The 5-minute hydration break is now over. Now batting number 9, Katie Spice. Now batting number 11, Jordan Mathis.
I'm back with you. Georgia leading 8-1 here. And Sutton back out on the mound. Got 23 pitches or so to make his way through this one, if they want him to go the distance. And next door, Alabama leads 11-3. So if these two results hold, we're going to see a rematch of a contentious one last night here on Field 9.
Number 1, Josh Karnowski.
But Florida could have something to say about that. And Josh Tarnowski's going to lead things off here for Florida. Shows bunt, lays one down. It's a pretty good bunt. Fielded by the catcher and dropped it first. Good bunt by Tarnowski. Leadoff base runner for Florida. Tarnowski, I'm sorry.
72, Aiden Jakarin.
And Aiden Jakarin steps in. He also legged that infield single his first time up. And Florida needs base runners, and a lot of them. First pitch to him misses low. And Sutton has been really, really good today. Only 1 walk and 5 strikeouts through 4. And if you're a pitcher, for the most part, the idea is simple. Strike out as many batters as you can, walk as few as you can, and induce as many weakly hit balls on top of that. That's typically a recipe for success, and that's what we've seen from Sutton today. Not issuing free passes, and that little running fastball results in some fairly weak contact. So I suspect if this young man continues to grow, could be a pretty good pitcher in high school in a couple years. There's that running fastball, 2-1. And Jakarin steps back in. Hit hard to the second baseman, fielded on 2 hops out in shallow right. And throw over, and he's out. And they almost get the runner slipping off a second for 2. The ground out's going to advance the runner to second.
Now up, number 3, Julian Delape.
And Julian Delape steps in. That was about as hard as we've seen a ball hit today off of Sutton. Delape steps in. Shows bunt. Pulls it back. And 0-1. He checks the swing. It's 1-1. It's 2-0, my bad. And Delape swings to the 2-0 from Sutton. Ground ball to the first baseman. Tricky hop, but he fields it cleanly. And out number 2. Oh, they almost caught him slipping off a third for a double play, but he advances the third on the ground out. And 2 down now, runner on third for Florida.
Now up, number 5, Alex Alley.
First pitch foul ball. So Delape grounds out and Alex Alley steps in. Florida looking for a big 2-out rally, trailing by 7 here, getting late in this one, and what is an elimination game for them. And that ball is softly hit. Gonna be tough for the pitcher to get over. And he covers and tags the bag, and that's it. Georgia's going to head to the bottom of the 5th, either needing 3 runs to win or 3 outs in the top of the 6th if they can't get the 3 runs. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th here, live from Bossier City, Louisiana, in the Ozone DYB 2024 World Series. We're back. And Alley's back out of the mound for Florida, making his last few warm-up tosses before Sutton Lewis leads us off here in the bottom of the 5th. And again, after 4, the run rule is 10. So Georgia, who is sending 5, 6, 7 to the plate, can find a way to score 3 runs here. They head to what would be a championship game this evening if they find a way to win it. And Florida needs to get back in the dugout to give their kids a shot to claw back into it. 73 pitches for the Georgia starters, so in all likelihood they'd find a way to run him and try to do it against someone else. He's giving them fits all day. Big swing from Lewis on 1-0. It's 1-1. And today Lewis been to the plate a couple times. He drove in a 2-out RBI to start a huge rally back in the 1st and struck out his next time up, as Alley's going to tie his shoe on the mound. And it's tied. Not the game, his shoe. Folks, I'm having conversations with myself, so I'm delusional here. Little chopper to the second baseman. Can't field it cleanly. He's out, though. He recovers and throws him out. 1 down.
Now batting number 6, Tyler Howell.
Tyler Howell steps in, walking to strikeout today. First pitch curveball from Alley. That misses up. Strike 1. Curveball catches the bottom part of the zone on Howell. Howell's got a little smaller strike zone than the previous hitter, Lewis. And a little closer to the ground. So 2 curveballs back-to-back catch the bottom of the zone. And Alley back to working almost exclusively breaking stuff. 1-2 pitch popped up. It's going to be, a tricky hop. A lot of spin on that one. And an infield single. Just bad luck out there at short for Fernandez. Had a play on it and had so much side spin off the end of the bat. It ricocheted almost into left field. Good job on the mound by Alley, inducing some weak contact, but got unlucky. And Gus Reagan steps in. Gus smoked the ball his first time up. Resulted in a 2-out double. 2-out, 2 RBI double, that is. Gus is having a conversation with his third base coach, who I presume is head coach Kyle Shepard, or manager Kyle Shepard. Assistants for Georgia are Brian Millette and Tim Howell. Runner's off and running. And he's in there. Just beats the tag. Pretty good throw down here from the catcher. I think that's Cohen behind the plate. We'll see in just a second about the substitutions. That's a ball. The first pitch to Reagan. That pitch catches the outside part of the zone. About to hit the hour and 40-minute mark of this one. Reagan said it hit me in the elbow. Umpire said it did not. And umpire says no, it did not get him.
Hey, you want to hit anyway, buddy? Come on.
So Reagan thought it hit him. Umpire said it did not. gets the ball. 2-1 coming to Reagan. And that misses away. Runner's going to scatter, he's going to trottle down to third base. I tried to say skedaddle, but I'm not even sure that's a word. Certainly not one they probably use in Florida. 3-1 now to Reagan. Looking for something to drive here. Probably going to be a curveball from Alley, and it is. Stays high. Full count. Seems like that's the pitch he goes to when he needs a strike. Saw that yesterday with a Texas pitcher and lost to this Florida team. Scratch that, in an elimination game before the loss to the Florida team. Curveball flown into foul territory in right field. Just too far of a run over there for the right fielder. And I believe that's Blomling out there. He retrieves that one and throws it into the catcher Cohen. Via Tarnowski at first, and it is a full count now with one down here in the 5th inning. Curveball hit hard into left center field. Oh, what a play out there by the center fielder. A diving stop. And the run's going to tag up and score. Unbelievable defensive effort by the center fielder. I thought that ball was down and going to hop to the wall. But Julian Delape gets over there and makes a play on it. A sliding catch.
Number 16, Bryson Sutton.
But the 9th run of the game scores, and that might have very well saved the inning for Florida and give them a chance to come back. And it did. Oh, and it gets past the second baseman. I'm sorry. Hard hit grounder eats up the second baseman, and we're going to have a runner on now with 2 outs. And the tying, scratch that, the tying run, the potential winning run is going to come to the plate for Florida, for Georgia again here, except this time in the 6th inning. Runner takes off for second, and he's in there with a stolen base. So potential run number 10's down at second with 2 outs. On a ball to Dean. And Dean is struck out and driven in a run with a single. He calls time. So Alley steps off again and looks back the runner at second. Comes the first pitch to Dean from Alley. And that's behind him. Ball 1. And if Dean finds a way to wear that one, he becomes the winning run at first base. That one was so far inside, I could have called it outside. That catches the zone. 1-1. And Alley trying to get out of this one with his team with a fighting chance. And the 1-1 breaking ball misses away. Oof. That one almost clipped him. And he takes ball 4.
Now batting number 4, Cohen McCoy.
So Cohen McCoy steps in here. And Cohen has walked twice today. If Cohen out of the 10 hole can find a way to line one into a gap here, the winning run could potentially score from first with 2 outs here. The first pitch to McCoy called a strike on the outside corner. Strike 2 to McCoy. And that misses. So Alex Alley has crested the 40 pitch mark and will be unavailable if Florida can find a way to come back and stay alive in this tournament. And pitch 42 misses high. And it's 2-2 now to McCoy. Curveball, one hopper to the first baseman. Play is made. He tags the bag. And Florida gets out of the inning with one last chance, but they need 8 in the 6th. We'll be back in just a second here live to see if they can pull it off. Georgia leads 9-1. Good look at Bryson Sutton, the Georgia pitcher, who is going to try to go the distance here. Got 12 pitches to play with here in the final inning. If he throws strikes the way he's been all day, got a shot. 7, 8, 9 in the order here for Florida. And Sutton has been good all day long. 1 free pass issued, 5 strikeouts through 5 innings pitched. Only allowed 2 singles, and one was a bunt single, and the other was the infield variety. So he's really done a great job today, and this Florida team has just had trouble hitting him. Colton Stocker steps in. The only walk of the day from Sutton came to this young man here. The first pitch from Sutton is in the zone for a strike. And I wonder if Florida's going to take a few pitches every at bat and see if they can get him off the mound. Strike 2. That riding fastball again. Up in the zone. Swinging strike. And it's an 0-2 count now to Stocker. Just missed. It's 1-2 now. Ooh, a little breaking ball or a cutter of some sort comes back across the plate. Out number 1 comes via the called strikeout. And Bryson Sutton still dealing here in the 6th. In comes Liam Cohen. And Liam takes the first pitch of this at bat for a strike. He struck out against Sutton his last time up. Hit hard to the first baseman on 2 hops. Fielded cleanly. And 2 up, 2 down. And Florida now down to their final out. And it's going to be
Now up.
Caleb
17,
Versalona.
Caleb Versalona.
And Sutton only at 79 pitches, so if he can get Versalona here, he will have given Georgia 6 innings of 1-run ball. It's a quality opponent. Strike 1 swinging. And Versalona tasked with getting on base here against a tough pitcher who's got the good stuff working. And that's called a strike. So Sutton has Florida down to their final strike here in Bossier at the DYB World Series. Here we go. Flared into right field, just foul. And Versalona stays alive. The 0-2 coming again from Sutton. That's fouled away. Versalona still alive. Sutton trying to finish him off. And this will in all likelihood be his last hitter unless Versalona reaches on this pitch. Curveball just misses. Ump says it's 2-2, but I'm not sure I ever saw the first ball. 2-2 count to Versalona. Good looking breaking ball, just missed the inside part of the plate. Well, Sutton's day is finished if you can't get Versalona here. Grounded to first. Sliding stop. You're going to have to throw over. And it's thrown away, and Versalona reaches base via the infield single. It keeps Florida alive, and that's going to have to, that's going to be it. 85 pitches for Sutton.
The pitcher's at his pitch limit.
Coach Shepard's going to walk out to the mound and take the ball from his starter. Hugs from his teammates and a standing ovation from the Georgia crowd. This young man pitched his behind off.
Sutton leading at 85 pitches.
New pitcher is going to be number 8. Bentley Williams. Going to move over from shortstop to the mound. Number 2, Joey Bates. So Joey Bates steps in representing the potential last out of the ball game for Florida. And the first pitch to him from Bentley Williams misses for a ball. So Florida is going to have to put together one of the more epic 2-run rallies you've ever seen here to stay alive. But anything can happen. That's why we love the game of baseball. There's no clock. You just go until you've got that 18th out. And it's 1-1 now. The Bates, Basso, and then potentially Blommeling to follow. Then the top of the order. Bentley Williams comes set with a 1-1. That bounces. Runner's going to advance to third easily. And it's 2-1 now. Approaching 2 hours on the field for this one, for these young men. Grounded to first base, might do it. First baseman takes it to the bag himself, and that's it. Georgia advances undefeated, and Florida's season comes to an end. Appreciate you tuning in, especially the folks from Florida. These young men from Florida, hold your heads up high. You had a wonderful, wonderful season. Acquitted yourself well here at the World Series, and we enjoyed watching you, and I specifically enjoyed calling your games. It's been fun to watch you guys. But with that, Florida is going to head home, and Georgia and Alabama will square off here in a couple hours on field number 9 in a rematch from last night. We'll see you back in a couple hours. Congratulations, Florida, on a great season.